I'm not going to lie, I get spooked pretty easily. Whether it be spooky movies or video games, I don't do well with spooks and scares. So when I was offered a copy of a game called Kholat to review, I was stoked because it looked like a fantastic game, but also kind of weary because for those who don't know, Kholat is based on true events. For those who don't know, the game is based on the Dyatlov Pass Incident, which resulted in the mysterious deaths of 9 hikers in the Ural Mountains back in the 1950s, whatever's. Soviet authorities ruled their deaths to be the cause of an unknown compelling force and then closed off the area. Though due to the mysterious circumstances and the state of their campsite and some of the hikers' bodies, there has been lots of speculation as to what may have happened, including theories that involve a run-in with some wildlife, spooky ghosts, and of course aliens. So yeah, that sounds pretty spooky, though I must admit this is an amazing event to choose to base a game on and a wonderfully delivered idea, I guess. The gameplay in Kholat relies more so on atmosphere than game mechanics. Think of games like Homesick and Gone Home and Dear Esther, the type of games we'd call walking simulators. At the start of the game, you're placed on the start of the trail that the hikers were on and are tasked with finding clues as to what happened to them. The core gameplay involves tracing the trail the hikers took while exploring in an open-world environment where you're tasked with finding remains of journals left behind by investigators as well as some other clues to piece together what actually happened to the group of hikers. Though it becomes apparent you're not alone on the mountain as you have to avoid odd burning spookmen and environmental hazards that were possibly placed by the spooky birdmen. Kholat's emphasis on open world exploration really helps make this game unique. Instead of most spooky games that focus on one single mechanic, think games like Slender. Like poorly placed or constant jump scares, most narrative-driven open-worldly horror games also tend to come up short, as outlined in our live review of Overcast, Walden and the Werewolf. However, Kholat manages to pull it off almost perfectly. I'm not sure if it's the beautifully detailed scenes created in Unreal Engine 4, the moving soundtrack, or the fact that the game's narration was done by Sean Bean. The overall gameplay was good, IMO. Nice and smooth. I love the narrative-driven exploration games, you know. I'm not sure if it's how I played or if there aren't really many actual blatant jump scares, or if I just managed to man up a bit and don't really get scared as much anymore, but I didn't really run into many huge pants-messing spooks. However, there were some instances that caused some major frame loss, as well as some pretty bone-chilling moments in the game, I must admit. Though the frame loss issues wasn't as bad as some other games like Ark or Dirty Bomb. I think I said that was an issue with Dirty Bomb. I love the environments people create in Unreal Engine. It's just beautiful, like Homesick. I loved it. The game itself was truly beautiful, from the minor weather details to the snow on the ground. Kholat is a very visually pleasing game. The sounds were just as great. There were some little things here and there that add to the atmosphere and makes it come alive, if you will. When paired, the audio and visuals in Kholat make it quite the immersive and unique experience. The soundtrack really stands out to me as it has the perfect company to this environment. It's very chilling, wonderfully composed, and fits right in with the game's atmosphere. In closing, my thoughts on the game. I love the balance between freedom and structure in Kholat. Though it's mostly an exploration-driven game, it doesn't hold your hand. There are no markers or tracers telling you where to go, no set instructions or anything like that, excuse me. Instead, you have to rely on landmarks and compass markers to find your way around. As you all know, I love that exploration aspect in games, but even though Kholat provides a great balance between awe-inspiring natural environments and exploration and spooky, dread-inspiring, spooky exploration environments, the game is always there to remind you that this isn't just a time for sightseeing, but that the exploration has a purpose and sometimes even a consequence when something spooky happens. Because, 9 hikers did kind of mysteriously die on that mountain, so I guess you wouldn't be there for sightseeing, but whatever. Though the game does have its spooky moments, it truly is a work of art, and I really am happy I got the opportunity and chance to play it. I said the same word that had the same, whatever. That's it for my review on Kholat. I highly recommend it to pretty much anybody who doesn't mess their pants at the slightest spooks. My name is Ali, I'm SteamFirst.com. Be sure to check out SteamFirst for the best news reviews, video content, everyone, all things involved in Steam. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Whew.